Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. It's very early Monday morning. The teachers are here. Just show you outside. Look how quiet it is out there. The guy on his bike. Here we are. Well, we're in Jane's art room. There's no Jane at the moment. She's coming in later this week. There's where we get dropped off in the morning. It's all very quiet. It won't be soon. But I just wanted to speak to everybody, even if it is strange and it's on the interactive whiteboard. Because, as you know, we can't have assemblies at the moment, which is a little bit strange. And we've had a really busy week last week. We had Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. And it was a special week for lots of reasons, really. The first week is, it's the first week we've ever had a Year 6 at Lipper Primary School. And I know that I've been calling our Year 6 for a while, especially in assembly, and they shout at me. But this is the first week that we've had them, and that's really special for our school because in 2014 we had 52 children, and now we've got 350, which is a big difference. Also, it was a big week because all of our children in years 1 to 6 came back, and that took lots of planning, but it's been a really good week for that reason as well. Also this week as well, from today, our youngest children, our children in reception class, they come in as well. Also, you'll have noticed that around our school it's different. And we all know why it's different, and we have lunches in our classrooms, and we have playtime just within our bubble, and we do most of our work in our bubble, and we have special toilets, and this is, as we know, to keep each other ... correct, safe. And we've been very impressed with how the children, and grown-ups, but particularly the children, have responded last week and done really well in those 3 days. And don't forget that we've also got Year 6 classrooms for the very first time. But I had a chat with Mila Byron and Lulu on Friday morning, and they wanted to know about Friday assemblies because, as the teachers know, and you know, I really like my Friday assemblies. And it's the bit in the week where we get to celebrate all of the good work, well, not just the good work, but the good conduct, because we have high expectations, more on that word later. And we can't have a big assembly with everybody in at the moment, but what we decided, the plan was, is that on a Friday afternoon I would do 3. So first of all, there'd be a phase 1 assembly, and one class, a different one each week, can come into the hall, whilst the other classes watch it on their interactive whiteboard. And that still means that I can ask all my questions, and even if you're in your class, you can answer the questions for me. Then we'd have a phase 2 one, year 2, 3 and 4. One class comes, different one every week, so everyone gets a turn. The rest of them watch the assembly in class. And then last of all, phase 3, year 5 and 6 have their assembly. One class comes and everybody else watches. That was the plan. It was all set up. But I had this meeting at Big Lipper all about our new secondary school that your mums and dads will know about, which went on and on and on. So I'm really sorry that we couldn't do the assembly. So this is the plan. We've got this assembly today, which is where I just want to share some important information with you. And on Friday, we'll be back to normal, even down to certificates. Wait there. I've had my deliveries of stickers and pencils. I've got my certificates ready. So hopefully on Friday, we'll be all good to go and we'll be all back to normal. But let me go back to what we were saying before about our children. I think every night last week I wrote a little letter to your mums and dads explaining how things were working in school. And you know what, every time I wrote the letter, I always said something like, and I think this was Thursdays, you should feel very proud of our children because we are. And that's because of how you were and what you did Wednesday, Thursday and Friday last week. Because we always talk about Lipper Primary School being a special place And it's all our responsibility, from Mark Featherstone Whitty over there, me, all of the teachers, you, everybody, to make it the place it is. And I was thinking yesterday about words that really do sum up what our children are like. And the first word is resilient. Now, we know what resilient means because one of our captains in the past has been Captain Resilience. And I think our children are very resilient. Now, we know what resilient means, but for me, it's about never giving up. Now, in our school, we do project-based learning, which is wonderful. But if you're doing project-based learning, you get things wrong. In maths, you get things wrong. And you know what? Before I came to this school, my job was to go around lots of other schools to help them. And I saw lots of children that if they got something wrong, they just burst into tears. Or they would never have another go, which means they weren't resilient. And that just gave me a thought when we were working at Lipper Primary School, that we want to make our children resilient. And last week I saw it, because there was lots of new things, and our children just tried and tried again. And I'm sure over the coming weeks it will be the same as well. The next word is happy. Now, I got to go round all of the classes at different times, and I could see happy faces, and that was really important. You know that one of my favourite times is the start and end of the day, and again, seeing all those happy, smiley faces coming into school. Again, let me tell you about my old job. When I used to go to these schools, sometimes I'd be there at the start of the day, and you'd have children who just did not want to go in. They'd be saying things like, it's really boring, I don't understand, the teachers aren't nice, I'm not made to feel safe, all of that sort of stuff. Here, we see happy faces. My next word is focused. Now, focused is an interesting word. And again, this is a word that I just thought of yesterday, that when I went round the classrooms, focused is about concentration. It's about wanting to do your best and seeing something through right the way to the end. And even though some of our children hadn't been here since March, I thought our children were really, really focused. The next word, role model. We talk about role models a lot in our school. And in a way, we're all role models, or we should be, because we're always learning off each other. Even grown-ups learn off children. And when we're in our school, we're always trying to be role models. And I picked that up last week, that our children, no matter whether in year 1, or hopefully reception from today, year 6, are role models for each other. Now, sometimes some people have bad days. And I know I had to speak to a couple of people last week, just a little conversation, and said, you're one of my role models. You slip below here's the next word, expectations. Expectations of our school. At our school, and I mentioned this before, didn't I, this word, we have really high expectations of each other, of our teachers, of our children, of our behaviour, of what we can do. We expect that everybody tries their hardest all of the time. And again, I saw it last week, that children having high expectations of themselves and high expectations of each other. And when those expectations drop a little bit, our children are very good at reminding me, or reminding each other, of where it needs to be. And I'll just tell you a quick story, because each year, as you know, we have to get new teachers at Lipper Primary School because we kept growing. And lots of the teachers have helped me choose the teachers. And you know that we get lots and lots of applications, they're letters for people who are interested. And then the best ones we invite to school, and we will only have the best teachers who we think have the highest expectations. And sometimes the teachers will say to me, Mr. Parker, you can't have that one, you can't have that teacher. We don't think her or his expectations are high enough for our school. And I'll go, whoa, no chance then, no chance. So all of those words together made everybody feel proud. Proud of our children, proud of our school. And here we are on the first Monday morning. And I'm going to get something else. Now, we've had this around our school. It's on the walls and it's on some doors. And sometimes when something's there for a long time, you kind of don't read it. And yesterday I took it off my door and I read it. And I think it's important everybody reads it again. Because the bottom bit of this, it says, we want everyone to be willing and have a go. When I say these, think to yourself in your classes, is this you? Is there one of these that I need to be better at? Let me read them for you. Okay, you ready? Sean, Curry, you sitting up? Good. Right, we want everyone to be willing and have a go. I'm happy with that. Work hard. Yep. Show resilience. We talked about that. Want to make a difference. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Want to make a difference. Not just for yourself, but maybe make a difference for another person. In fact, think in your head now, have you made a difference for someone last week? If so, brilliant. If not, never mind. But everybody, think to yourself, how are you going to make a difference for someone else this week? What's the cunning plan? Show adaptability. So that means, again, it's a bit like being a resilient person. Be adaptable, be flexible, try different things. The next thing says, we want everyone to embrace diversity. We are so lucky in this school in that we have got lots of people who are different and different in lots of ways. And I think, let me think about it, if somebody said to me, what's the 3 most special things about Lipper Primary School? I would probably say, tricky question, children, staff, diversity. It's that important. I love this next one. The second to the bottom one says, embrace the unexpected. So if something unexpected comes, again, some people or the schools, they kind of hide or don't want to deal with the unexpected. We love the unexpected. And the last one, be willing to go to the next stage. No matter how good you are or how well you've done in maths or art or history or PE or whatever, there's always a next stage. So it's really important that we know what we've done and how we can go to the next stage. So when you're going around school this week, just stop, have a read of it. If it's in your classroom, have a read of it and just have a think of all of those things. So this week, it's Monday, it's 10 to 8, we're nearly ready to go. So in about 10 minutes, I'll go and put those sanitising tables out downstairs so that we're ready to go. I mentioned before that we've got new captains now. So do spend a lot of time in your class thinking about the names of those new captains and all of their attributes. It's really important that we're able to think about those and also not forget them as well. And also, even more importantly, remember, Friday afternoon, I've talked about how the assemblies will work. That will be how they work. And one of the things, as I've said, is the certificates. They're all back. Birthdays are back. We're doing a bit differently. And I still want to know all the people who get to silver, all the people who get to gold. There may well be someone, I would love the teachers to drop me an email or tell me who's got to gold by Monday lunchtime. Now there's a challenge. Have a great day, everyone. See you later.